Hey drivers, this is Andrew at ThirdCoastRC, and today we're going to take a look at a new truck that Redcat's brought out. Well, it's not quite a new truck, I'll talk about that in a minute, but it's their top of the line 10th scale truck, and it's called the RC-MT10E, and this is it, brand new in its box here. So let's see what it says here. Comes with a very powerful brushless motor system, 4400 kV, that is waterproof. Comes with an 80 amp 3S ready ESC, so this truck you can run it on 2S Lipo and 3S Lipo. Integrated cooling fan, waterproof and dustproof ESC. Servo is a 25 kilogram, so high torque, metal geared digital servo with a 5 to 7.4 volt range. So this is it's a nice servo. Then we got a built-in light system. 5 LED light system, two side, they're only on the front, 2 red running lights and headlights here that are just on all the time. We got a wheelie bar on this truck, and it's a ball raced wheelie bar, and it's fully adjustable for angle. We got metal spur gear and metal motor mount, so that's a nice upgrade there. No nylon spur gears to deal with. It does have a very good cable management system. So the wires inside for the ESC to the motor and to the servo and everything are nicely hidden away and nicely positioned. Full ball bearings throughout, and heavy duty shocks here that it's got fully adjustable geometry of the mounts. So let's get this box open and we can take a look at what we got inside here. So brand new, just come to us this week or so ago. We'll get this other side open here, and we'll get this box open. So a beautiful green body scheme. The last ones, this might as well talk about this now. This is a kind of a re-release of a truck that they've had before, which was called the TR-MT10E. And from what I can see from reading about it, the only things that have changed between this truck and the previous one, which was absolutely bulletproof truck, is that they've changed the body color. It's the same body shell, but it used to be orange and like a steel grey. This one's bright green. It's the only color you can get, but you can still get the old bodies, and they will go right on here if you want a color change, or you can get clear ones as well and paint them yourself. And the only other thing I know has changed is the servo. It used to come with a Servo Savox brand. Now they've gone with the Hexfly brand servo, but that 25 kilogram servo is a good servo. We use it ourselves. So, and the Savox ones, honestly, people broke them, so they weren't that great. I think this is just as good a servo as what was in the other ones. So we got in here radio in its little bag. It's a standard. This is the RCR 2CE radio. The standard Redcat radio. It's a nice radio and it works well. Replacement receivers are not too expensive. Needs 4 AA's. Put that out the way. Got the wheels in here that are not mounted to the truck, just to keep the shipping box size small, which is welcome to us if when we're sending them out for mail orders. The smaller the box, the less the shipping cost is. You can see the nuts for the wheels are attached to the axles of the truck here in the box. So let's get the truck out of the box. It's not zip tied in, and we'll just push this box out the way. Bye box onto the floor. So here we go. Open this out. This is the truck. Looks nice. Doesn't have the wheels on it right now. It comes with a nice little wrench. The old one didn't come with that. It comes with a little wrench for the wheels. Okay, let me see what we've got here. It does not have threaded shocks, which is a little bit of a disappointment. It uses spacers. I know you can get threaded shocks for this truck as an upgrade, so maybe that's something you might want to think about if you want to get into tuning it. It's got a manual, and you can see on the back of this manual here there's a whole range of aluminum hop-ups that come for this truck. Aluminum arms, linkage plates, optional battery mount, clear body shells. There's all kind of hop-ups for it that are available here, aluminum hop-ups, if you want to go that route. But this is a capable truck out of the box. You know, this is their top end 10th scale truck. Put that down there, and let's take a look. Nice black body pins here that stealthy. Get these ones out here. I made them a little bit smaller. I'll put them in the other way around so they're both towards the middle. So I'll get this one out to pass the body. There we go. Body shell off. A bit of packing here. So let's see what we got. We got, like, this cable management system is kind of the first thing that comes to mind here. And we've got these little ports here that you can plug things into, and there's a spare one here, so I guess that's for if you want to add an ancillary device. We've got the light kit plugged into this, so it's like a little power rail here, servo coming into it. We got the motor that we talked about. We've got a very compact and well sealed receiver box here, on off switch. We've got the ESC that's protected by this red grill on the top here with the fan underneath there, and yeah, it looks good. The truck is compact, you know, but it's got aluminum shock towers, and the parts, you know, these are not kind of like skimpy on the arms here. These arms are thick, solid pieces. You can see how thick they are. It's got pivot ball suspension, which is nice. So the suspension moves on a pivot ball here, front and rear pivot ball suspension. The connecting rods look nice and healthy diameter with turnbuckles on them to adjust the toe in. And we can see here, nice front bumper with the 3 lights here and the little red side lights at the side, the wires coming through for those. Take a look at the rear of the truck, similar kind of beefy suspension parts. We've got the wheelie bar here that you can adjust the position of it to 5 different positions, and it's fully ball raced. You know, this is not some cheap wheelie bar. This has the ball bearings in here that it runs on. So this is not a it's a substantial vehicle. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause it. I'm going to put the wheels on here, and we'll go see how it runs. So I'm back, got the wheels on there. One thing about this truck you probably need to be aware of is it uses a 14mm wheel hex. It doesn't use the standard 12 or the 17. There's quite a few trucks that do use a 14mm, including some Traxxas vehicles. So it's still a fine aftermarket choice of tyres if you don't particularly like the ones that come with, or you wear these out and you need new ones. So the truck is ready to go now, and we're going to test it on both 2S. So we've got a 2S 7.4 volt 4500 milliamp battery here, 30C, that we're going to use at first, and then we're going to switch it out to 3S 50C battery, and we're going to show it running on both. The truck comes with a Dean's connector, standard Dean's connector, like what this battery has, so no problems with connections here. And the battery is going to go here and stand vertically in the truck and be held in position by these 2 logoed Velcro straps. And there is some padding in the bottom here to you know, protect the battery, because you're going to strap it down quite tight here, because this truck is a little powerhouse. One thing about this truck is you can pick this truck up and it is the chassis, there is no chassis flex in this truck at all. You know, this chassis is very, very well designed. You see here the quality of the workmanship here, how the molding and everything. There's no gaps or anything like that. This chassis is, you know, there's no twist in this chassis. You're just not going to get it to twist. So the suspension is going to provide all the adjustability to the truck, and the chassis is this nylon plastic chassis is awesome. It's really, really good quality. The whole truck is really good quality. I really can't fault it. And for the price point, it's under $300 to get this truck. Or you're going to need a battery and a charger, but you may already have those, and you're going to be ready to go. So let's take the truck outside now on the 2S battery and see how she runs up and down the parking lot on the 2S. Oh, here we are. We got it. It's all ready to go. Outside, the 2S battery's in here, and just take a look at the stance of the truck. It has a bit of a rake stance to it there, a little bit lower on the front than the rear, but it looks really good. It's a really good looking truck. What I did do with the wheelie bar is I've adjusted it. I've actually brought it down so the wheelie bar is down a little bit. Previously it was up here. I found that I've put it on its lowest setting right now because I find it a little bit more controllable myself. Too high and the truck will go over on its lid, which is what you don't want to do. That's the idea of having a wheelie bar, right? So this is, you should ride this wheelie bar good now. The tires on this truck are kind of a soft compound. They're made mainly for off-road, not so much on the street. They're very grippy. There is a set of street tires you can get for this truck with regular street tread on them, rather than these kind of like knobbly wrench pattern that you've got on here. So the truck is real easy to access. All the control, the on-off switch on, they put it in a real good place. We flip the truck over here, we can see you don't have to reach inside the body or anything. It's right here. So the truck comes on, 2 beeps to indicate 2S. So I'm going to put the camera on my little stand here, and we'll see how she runs up and down the parking lot here. I have my camera on with me today, so kind of working with this little stand here, but there we go. I'm sure you can still hear me. I'm going to put the truck down. I'm not going to take it too far away, and I'm going to tell you about what's happening as I drive it. So this is on 2S. So away we go. You can see as the truck comes back towards us, we can see those running lights. You can see the red ones. They didn't used to be on there, the red ones on the previous version. That's something they've added. It did have the 3 main headlights. You can see it's trying to pop a wheelie there. And we will actually, you can actually, it's not super wheelie crazy on 2S. And the tyres are just losing their grip a bit here. But there she goes, she will pop the wheelie there. But she won't hold a constant wheelie on 2S power. See, it was in a wheelie and then dropped out there. Well, you want a truck, go wheelie. See, she's not going over the wheelie bar. She's not driving over the wheelie bar. And this truck will do it, but she'll drop out. Speed-wise, on 2S here, do a speed pass towards us here. I think she's doing about, I would say on 2S, doing about 30, 35 miles an hour. It definitely as fast as the cars on the street there. They're doing 30, 35 miles an hour. The reverse is not full speed in reverse, but that's kind of normal. You can change that in the speed controller. So not super wheelie crazy on 2S, but handles real good. Sure is a lot of fun, this truck. Slides around the corners, doesn't try and roll. Doesn't traction roll in the corners. They say electric trucks are too quiet. This one's quite noisy because the metal spur gear in here and the tires. So brakes are awesome on this truck. Accelerates good. It's just a great 10th scale truck. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to change to the 3S, and I'll be right back. Hey drivers, so we're back now. I got the truck here on the 3S power. So let's put it on the ground and see what we get. There she is, ready to go on 3S. So straight away I can feel there's way more power. I'm only at half throttle there. Yep, so the truck is now very fast. and we'll wheelie on order. You saw there, I hope you could see that. I'm going to come back doing a wheelie. So we'll pick up that front wheel and we'll wheelie the length of this parking lot without any problem. I almost overdrove the wheelie bar there. So yeah, I mean, it's a wheelie king now. We got a Mustang cruising past there. I bet he can't do a wheelie. Sounds like a Cobra SVT, something like that. So this truck's got a bunch of power now. Let's do a speed test now. Oh yeah, this truck is quick now. That's probably 50 miles an hour. I can beat this vehicle, no problem, catching up to that U-Haul van up the street there. I wasn't even having to go full throttle to catch those cars up. Yeah, no, we must be close to 50 there. And this is an old used Lipo too, it's not a new Lipo. It's a little bit weak. It's a 50C, but it's a little bit weak. So yeah, I just keep that power in, I can keep that wheelie going. So this is an awesome old truck. Really love it. Looks great, goes great. It's a nice compact size. You can get street tires for it if you don't want to. If you want to run it more on the street. It's not super expensive, especially compared to other brands. It is built like a tank. You know, I know for a fact from selling the other version of this car that the main thing we sell is front suspension arms, which is almost from people crashing into things. And the only other thing that we really sell a lot of parts for on this truck, and I'm going to try and show you here, is if we look down inside here, you can't really see very well out here, but it's where the drive shaft connects to the front differential, and there's a little pin in there. You can get to it from the outside. There's like a little cotter pin in there. It screws in. It's a hex head screw that goes in there and recesses all the way, and that's what attaches the center drive shaft to the front differential output. And sometimes that comes loose. So certainly you find you've only got two-wheel drive on your truck, then that's what it'll be. That little pin will come out and you'll have lost it. Yeah. So I'd recommend that you get some of them. I'll put a link to the part number, and we have them in our store below. And if you want a really cool, top of the range, 10th scale truck that won't break the bank, that has just awesome performance with a built-in light kit, then you really cannot go wrong with this Redcat MT10E. So thanks for watching. Check us out on Facebook and on Instagram. We're ThirdCoastRC on all of them. Post your comments in the video in the comment section below, and please consider subscribing. We've got more videos coming all the time. Thanks for watching. Bye.